What's up, everybody? It's Young Black Jedi back again with another video. Man, let me tell you that, like, my life is starting to change for the better, right? And I want to hear if your life is changing too, and what experiences that you are going through that are shaping you and molding you, right? How we are building a better relationship with self through all of our darkness and all of our own insecurities and fears. The fear and the doubt and the insecurities actually were for the win the whole time, right? Let me explain why. Because the more that we can see our fears, doubts, and insecurities, the more that we can be able to raise our frequency. It gives us another chance, just one more chance, to be able to start connecting, growing, and blossoming, and understanding through that frequency, right? Because fear emanates a frequency that then materializes what it is that you're fearing, right? So if I'm afraid that I'm not going to make it on YouTube, or that I'm not going to be able to reach an audience, or that I'm not going to be able to connect with you all, then that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get that same exact reality, right? Fear, insecurity, and doubt is for the win. It was for the win the whole time, because the more that we attune to what our old frequency was, because it looks to chain us, it looks to keep us cuffed up, right? The more that we attune to our old frequency, the more that we start to see that, wait a minute, there's so many opportunities for us to like grow here and develop and nurture and heal and feel and deal. You know what I'm saying? Now we start to hold the cards, right? But we see we have to go through that stage. We have to go through that sequence. We have to go through what it is that is causing us to feel that fear, and what is causing us to manifest this fear back into our lives, right? Because the universe doesn't know. It's just going to give us that. If we're in a deep state of perpetual fear and doubt and anxiety and insecurity, it's going to give that to us. But see, if we alchemize that ish to sugar, well, then guess what? The universe is now going to give us some really nice sugar cane. I have been to Africa. I love sugar cane. It's fantastic. It's some of the best stuff I've ever had. And the universe will give us that, right, as we alchemize and transmute. But see, we have to start doing that. And how do we go about doing that, Young Black Jedi? How do we go about doing that? Well, there's a few ways that we go about doing that. I'm going to speak for the first one: semen retention. That's the first one that is on my mind. Semen retention is one of the best ways to be able to start really alchemizing all this fear and doubt and insecurities and trauma and all these things that we've gone through in the past. That is the best thing for us, especially even for a woman. You know, celibacy and not allowing your energy to be pulled around by another person or another place or another thing. That is also a very important aspect for a woman too also. So I just want to speak for my sisters as well. For me, that is something that has allowed for me to really start delving deeper into the force, into the wisdom that has been dormant but is yet ancient within me from my entire essence, from lives before, lives everywhere, from past, present to future, right? That wisdom has been there for such a long time. The more that I start to connect with that, the more that I'm able to start seeing that, wait a minute, I have far more understanding than I would have expected. I was selling myself short on a lot of things, and I was not giving myself the benefit of the doubt, you know what I mean, realistically speaking, because there's a benefit to that doubt, and that is allowing yourself to be able to start flourishing and growing and seeing areas where you just need to pour more water into it, you just need to pour more love into it, you need to just allow for it to grow even more, right? And the more that you can continue to keep allowing for that to level you up, right, and allow for you to keep glowing you up, right, the more your frequency is going to continue to keep growing. Let me know what you think in the comments, that you're a person like me. I know you are a person like me who has a high vibration and has a lot of energy, and people are drawn to you, and people want to connect with you, and people want to create with you, and people want to understand you. Like, I know you're that kind of person just like I am. So you already have something very similar to what I have been dealing with, right? And what I have been healing from. And again, our experiences are different. We all come from different backgrounds. I understand that. But we are bodhisattvas, right? We are awakening beings, right? And the Buddhist tradition, that's what bodhisattva means. Bodhi, awakening, sattva, being, right? And the more that we can continue to keep unlocking and bringing up these parts of our personality that were very dormant, but yet very like afraid and timid and worrisome about what are people going to think about me, what is it that I'm going to do, how am I going to make it, what is this going to happen, what's going to happen if I do this and it doesn't work. Like, no, we put the chips all in, and we in the universe will let them fall where they may, right? And like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your comments. Young Black Jedi wants to hear the comments on what everybody's got going on too in their experience, right? Because fear, doubt, and insecurities for the win. It's for the win the entire time, right? I just couldn't start alchemizing and transmuting it. Another way that I can do that, well, again, what's another way, Young Black Jedi? Well, I'll tell you, meditation. Meditation is awesome, and focusing on the object of meditation, right? The meditation itself is the object. That's what we want to align the attentional system with the bodhicitta and allow for the attentional system to start sitting in the heart space, right? Allowing for the attentional system to rest, right? Because let me know in the comments below if when you start meditating, sometimes your mind starts to go this chitta vritti. In Buddhism, that's what they call the monkey mind. Your mind is just kind of racing and racing and racing. And as we can start to focus more on the object, the self-structure, you the self-structure, you focus on you, the self-structure in your universe, shout out to Nero, and you start to be able to connect, right, with your experience, right? Deepening your experience, deepening your understanding of your reality, right? Because fear, doubt, and insecurity is for the win, because that's where it's going to bring you, actually. It's going to raise your frequency up, and it's going to allow for you to continue to keep seeing, wait a minute, there's a whole nother world that I wasn't able to align with, right? Because my attention was elsewhere, right? My attention was on fear, doubt, and insecurity. But then once it becomes on that again, and the frequency raises up again, now we're talking about winning here. Now we're talking about hoisting Lombardis, talking 8 like Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know what you think, right? And it also helps the algorithm too. We're really building here. We're really working. And you guys are just as important as me. We are all one unit here. And the more that we can allow ourselves to stay grounded and wholesome and focus on the object in meditation, that is what is going to allow for our attention to be, for us to bring attention to what we are intending to, right? It's all about the attentional system. It's not all about the attentional system, because you have the attachment system, and you have a lot of other systems. But right now I'm focusing more or less on the attentional system, because attention is everything, right? Whatever you're attending to, it will become your reality, right? So if we can start to fixate on what areas and understand why are we doubting and feeling insecure, and why do we feel this way about ourselves, well, then the more that is going to allow for us to win, because there's a whole nother frequency that is being alchemized and transmuted from that fear, doubt, and insecurity. Hence, it's for the win. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the more that we can continue to allow for ourselves to blossom and grow and feel and deal and heal, we can allow ourselves to really soften into interconnectedness, into sovereignty, into love, into wisdom, your true identity. That's your true identity. I know it. I know you're a Jedi like I am. And that's your identity, right? And the more you soften into that, the more things begin to just open up. They'll just open up, and you'll soften, and you'll be able to really start resonating with your soul identity, right? Because fear, doubt, and insecurity was for the win the whole time, to get you back to that identity, to get you back to who you truly are, that compassionate, loving, interconnected, sovereign, laughing, loving soul that you were born into, that you were born into in this vessel. That's who you came into this world as, right? The physical vessel is what allows for us to drive this individual vehicle. And those qualities you can now start bringing up to the surface, right? Because you've now alchemized fear, doubt, and insecurity for the win, so that you can start transmuting and growing, right, into those qualities, your best qualities of faith, your best qualities of trust, your best qualities of love, your best qualities of compassion, your best qualities of wisdom. Yeah. Because I know that's who you are. Because you're very much like myself, a young Jedi out here in life, and out here and trying to understand the meaning of what life means to you, right? trying to connect with your universe. You are the most important in your verse. Right? It's not me, it's not your girlfriend, it's not mom and dad, it's not anybody else. It's you who's the most important person in your universe. Right? And the more that we can continue to keep allowing for ourselves to feel, right? Where was the fear? Why was it? Why did I keep reflecting this reality? Why do I keep reflecting doubt, insecurity, shame, trauma, all these things? And the more you can allow yourself to start unraveling and really sitting with those qualities of yourself, it will then in turn raise up your best interconnected, compassionate, sovereign, loving, compassionate qualities. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm looking forward to talking to you on the next one. May the force be with you. Peace.